donated to the United Way before, but many folks don't realize how many of your neighbors are actually benefiting from that little extra help. Today, the organization threw a luncheon to thank local businesses that helped with fundraising. Local News 8's Caitlin Lukitas joining us live in Pocatello, where one of the more popular United Way fundraisers takes place every year. Caitlin.
Well, Carol, actually, Idaho State University here is one of the biggest players in the local United Way campaign. Every year for 1 week straight, they hold a series of different fundraising events during that week. And some of you, for example, might be familiar with the crazy bowling costume tournament that they hold every year right here through these doors. I mean, it gets so ridiculous. Sometimes people even show up in cow costumes to go bowling and raise money for charity. So yeah, you could say they know how to put the fun in fundraiser. But even though they're having fun, they still know that raising money is doing a great thing for this community, and a lot of it is even going back into local education.
It's staggering, actually, to think of it in those terms, because these folks that are receiving services are literally our neighbors, our friends. They're not far from us, for sure.
Southeastern Idaho United Way Board President Dennis Carlson says the money you donate goes directly back into helping the community. And that number is even more staggering.
84,000 people have been affected.
That's 84,000 people just in Southeast Idaho alone, including education.
With the decrease in funding, not that we go and knock on United Way's door, but they almost knock on our doors.
Blackfoot School District Superintendent Chad Struve says this money helps them provide needed materials for classrooms and even
struggling students that may not have supplies.
Because funding for school districts across the state is tight, especially for smaller communities.
And every year they always send us a check to the district, and we put it back in so that kids have things that they need and supplies. So they play a huge role for us.
Without the funding, the agencies just have to reduce the amount of individuals that they can reach. So it makes it real.
Now, Carlson says there are some local organizations who rely solely just on the funds and the donations coming in through United Way, and they could be seeing less money coming in because Carlson says we're seeing a national downward trend in donations and fundraising. Reporting live in Pocatello, I'm Caitlin Lukitas.
All right, thank you, Caitlin. Carlson says this year their goal was to raise $750,000. They came up about $100,000 short, but still, they're helping.